Hello students, welcome to this channel Maths Education. In this video, we will study trigonometry. Students, it is very simple concept in mathematics. Trigonometry, the word trigonometry is derived from the two Greek words, that is trigono and second is the metric. So these are the two Greek words. Trigono means the Greek word means triangle. Metri means measure. Right? So it is a branch of the mathematics that deals with the measurements of triangles. So trigono की अगर मैं आपको थोड़ी सी हिस्ट्री बताऊं, trigono is basically a small triangular harp used by the ancient Greeks, right? तो ये एक harp, sales spelling, it is the harp. It's like a musical instrument consisting of rows of strings stretched from the top to the bottom on this frame, that is the triangular frame. So from this concept, the word trigono means triangle, This means triangle, and metri means measure. Metri means measure. So this trigonometry specially deals with the sides and the angles of the triangle. It is a branch of mathematics which deals with the sides, or which deals with the relationships between the sides and the angles of the triangle. Right? This is the trigonometry. But in this trigonometry, we specially deals with one type of triangle that is known as the right angle triangle. This trigono triangle metri means measure, means the measurement of triangles, measurement of the triangle. और triangle के relations कौन से निकालने हैं? Between the angles and the sides, So this is the trigonometry. And in this chapter, we will study some ratios of the sides, because triangle there are 3 sides, 3 angles, 3 vertex. In this, we will study some ratios of the sides of the right angle triangle. Particularly we will deal with the right angle triangle. So, trigonometry basically deals with a triangle that is known as right angle triangle. And we will also define the ratios for some specific angles, right? Let's talk about the 3 terms, 3 words, perpendicular, base and hypotenuse, related to the right angle triangle. Students, you know very well about these 3 words, right? And you also know the Pythagoras theorem. So Pythagoras theorem, you know very well about this Pythagoras. That is the square of the longest side, that is AC, is equal to the sum of the square of the other 2 sides. That is BC square plus AB square. So this is the Pythagoras theorem, right? But students generally write, that is h square is equal to p square plus b square. Students generally write these things, right? So we will see these 3 terminologies for an acute angle. In the calculation, if you apply this h square is equal to p square plus b square, you will definitely get the right answer, no problem. But in trigonometry, we'll talk this perpendicular and base for our acute angle. We will see which is our perpendicular and which is our base, right? In the calculation of Pythagoras, it's okay. You can find if the two sides are given. If one base is given, hypotenuse is given, you can determine the perpendicular. If perpendicular and base is given, you can determine the hypotenuse by this theorem. But in the trigonometry, which is our perpendicular and which is our base, that is with respect to the two acute angles. That is with respect to the two acute angles, right? Generally क्या होता है कि हम इसको देख लेते हैं कि it is a vertical side, it is a horizontal side, so this vertical side is our perpendicular. But when we consider this angle, when we consider these two acute angles, then we will see which is our perpendicular and which is our base, right? Students, if we talk about angle A, here angle A, I am taking angle A, I am considering angle A, which is my angle of reference, right? This angle of reference of this right angle triangle, if I say the side opposite to the angle A, the side opposite to the angle A, the side opposite to the angle A, angle of reference, then this side BC will become is a perpendicular. तो इस केस में ये सिर्फ perpendicular बनेगी, right? And this AB, which is adjacent to the angle A, that angle of reference, this AB is adjacent to the angle A, is the base, so इस केस में आप इसको perpendicular base बोलोगे, otherwise not, right? Corresponding to the acute angle, which is your angle of reference, and you know very well about this hypotenuse. So this is the side opposite to the right angle, is the side. So AB is the base, right? Or it is a side adjacent to AB. AC is the side opposite to right angle. Right. So these are the three terminology: perpendicular, base, and hypotenuse in right angle triangle: BC, AB, and AC. Right. So you have to see which angle you are considering. If you are considering angle A, this become perpendicular, this become base, and the hypotenuse means C. If I talk about the angle C, right, अगर मैं ये angle C की बात करता हूँ यहाँ पे, this is first I am talking about. Now I am talking about angle C. Right. For acute angle, that is angle C. Now I am considering the angle C. Right. So students, now this is my angle of reference. Now the side opposite to angle C. That is AB. So here AB, that is the opposite side of angle C, it will become your perpendicular. तो इस केस में जो AB होगा आपका, that is perpendicular, right? Or you can say the side. If you don't know the name perpendicular, you know the side opposite to the angle C. तो इस केस में आपकी कभी भी गलती नहीं होगी. So side opposite to angle C, which is my angle of reference. Now the remaining side is BC, that is adjacent to this angle C. That is the adjacent. So it is the base, the side adjacent to angle C, and AC remains same. AC is the hypotenuse. AC is the hypotenuse. hypotenuse. So this generally you have to see which is your perpendicular and which is your base. But that all are with respect to the acute angles. That are with respect to the acute angles. Either if you are taking acute angle C or you are considering acute angle C. So corresponding to this, if you change the angles, then the position of the sides change. Your perpendicular will become your base and base become your perpendicular, right? So these are the concept of perpendicular, base and hypotenuse. But in Pythagoras theorem, you can generally use p square plus b square. But in the trigonometry, you generally see which is your angle of reference, and corresponding to that angle of reference, which side is your perpendicular and which side is your base, right? Next, in this right angle triangle, that is right angle that B, we generally write the two acute angles by Greek symbols or Greek letters, you can say, that is known as theta. So angle between the two sides, this angle I generally write is theta. So theta is the Greek letter, right, is used to indicate the angle between the two sides, or you can write, you can use theta, this is theta, right, or you can use phi, or you can use alpha, or you can use beta. So any Greek letters you can use to indicate the angle. In lower classes, you generally write angle A, small case letter, or you use uppercase letters to just designate your angles, right? What is angle? Angle is the measure of rotation, right? ये two rays के बीच में या two sides के बीच में जो चीज measure हो रही है, that is known as the angle. So these are the Greek letters used to indicate an angle, that is acute angle, in the right angle triangle. If I consider this as angle theta, I can write this angle as my angle phi. You can write any letters of the alphabet, English alphabet. You can write any letters of the English alphabet to designate your angle, right? But the main thing is, when you are considering angle theta, this BC will become your perpendicular and AB become your base. Perpendicular कह लो इसको, चाहे इसको height कह लो, right? And this AB become your base. When you are considering angle phi, that is angle C also, so this, the side opposite to the angle phi, is your perpendicular, right? So corresponding to your angle of reference. So these are the Greek letters.